Good morning, बच्चों. अब till now we have discussed how chronic diseases affect our health. Now we come to causes of diseases. What causes disease? है ना? What causes disease? When we think about causes of disease, we must remember that there are many levels of such causes. Now I am explaining you with the help of an example. If there is a baby, suppose there is a baby suffering from loose motion, we can say that the cause of the loose motion is an infection with a virus. Okay. So the immediate cause of the disease is a virus. But the next question is, where did the virus come from? था तो नहीं, आया कहाँ से? है ना? Suppose we find that the virus came through unclean drinking water. Now, in that locality, many babies are there. Many babies must have had this unclean water. So, why is it that one baby developed loose motion while the others babies does not? Now, one reason might be that this baby is not healthy. As a result, it might be more likely to have disease when exposed to risk. All are exposed to risk, but few are suffering from disease, whereas healthier babies would not. Why is the baby not healthy? Now the question comes, why the baby is not healthy? Perhaps because it is not well nourished and does not get enough food. So lack of nourishment becomes a second level cause of the disease the baby is suffering from. Now further, why is the baby not well nourished? Perhaps because it is from a household which is poor. Why a baby not well nourished? Because it is from a household which is poor. It is also possible that the baby has some genetic difference that makes it more likely to suffer from loose motions when exposed to such a virus. Without the virus, the genetic difference or the poor nourishment alone would not lead to loose motion, but they do become contributory causes of the disease. Why was there no clean drinking water for the baby? Perhaps because the public services are poor where the baby's family lives. So poverty or lack of public services become third level causes of the baby's disease. So it will now be obvious that all diseases will have immediate causes and contributory causes. Also, most diseases will have many causes rather than one single cause. Okay. Now, infectious and non-infectious causes. Immediate causes of diseases belong to two distinct types. One group of diseases is caused by infectious agents like microorganisms. With the spread of these microbes, disease caused by them also spread. Hence, these diseases are known as infectious diseases. And the second group of diseases is not caused by infectious agents. So, these diseases are restricted only to the person who are suffering from them. Now, as they do not spread from infected person to a healthy person, these are also called non-infectious diseases or non-communicable diseases. Now, infectious diseases. Now, infectious diseases. Infectious diseases are caused by some biological agents, pathogens, such as virus, bacteria, fungi, and single-celled animals, that is protozoan, etc. These can rapidly spread from one person to another by various means, such as water, air, food, insects, or by physical contacts. Now, what are the infectious agents? The unicellular or multicellular organism that cause infections are called infectious agents. These disease causing organisms are also called pathogens, and they are classified into wide range of categories. Some of them are virus, bacteria, fungi, protozoan, nematodes, etc. Now, why we know, do you know virus and bacteria fungi multiply very rapidly while worms multiply very slowly in comparison. The purpose of dividing infectious agents into different categories is to decide the kind of treatment to use, because the same drug will not work against a microbe belonging to a different groups. So we classify the organisms, and by that we know the drug which will be effective for their inhibition.